Hello YouTubers, I'm going to do an answer video to one of the members of the YouTube vinyl community. I'm talking about Marv, myvinyl2, who has reached 300 subscribers, and thought, well, why not do a contest about showing favorite singles? Good idea. I have around 14 boxes at the moment with vinyl singles, and but I have to say I don't play them that often, although I like them. But this was a very good idea for me to well, get down and check out some of the singles I had and pick out a little pile. This is what I'm going to show. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to show you one of the, for many years, Holy Grails, is EP that I first heard of in maybe 1986-87, and I searched for it for many years, and I got hold of it. I think it's 2 years ago now, and I even did a video about this EP then, and it's the debut record. It's an EP by the Swedish dancing orchestra Ingmar Nordström's orchestra. Very rare single on the small label Octave. Let's see, they have a nice blue label like this. Well, shortly after I found this, I actually found an empty sleeve of this single. So I thought, well, I don't really collect empty sleeves, but this would be a exception. So I put it in frame and I put it on the wall. I don't know if you can see it up there, the top frame. There. So right, it's from 1959, 1960. Recorded in Copenhagen, in Gothenburg. Then we have a single with the Swedish pop band Weeping Willows. It's on the Dolores label, and it is in beautiful white, milk white vinyl, and it's from 2002. Then we have a Swedish singer who became a very big star in Germany, myvinyl, and this is really Swedish schlager. It's a song, I think it's a Dutch song called One Way Wind, and it's a Swedish version. There were many versions of this song, but I think this is the best one. I've had this single for ages. It's from 1971, and it's on EMI Columbia, myvinyl, När en vind drar förbi. Then I got hold of this, another Swedish schlager. Singer Liz Kjellson, Porom Pom Pom, on Philips, and it's from 1965. And well, it's from 1965. It's a bit risky sleeve there. Very nice. Well, one thing that's quite extra nice is that it's signed and dedicated to girls who originally bought this, and also you have some promo photos of this, and one of them is signed also. Two of them are signed. Well, that's very nice. One of them for each, and one that isn't signed. You don't find that very often, I have to say that. But good singer. Should have become a bigger star than she was. And this is a single. We are still at the Swedish. This is the last Swedish single. This is a single that has been around me for over 30 years. Well, I think it's 30 years. This was in a pile of singles that I got from my grandparents, my parents. It's the Swedish cowboy singer Kaka Giselsson and his group Western Pop 6. It's a singer from 1965-66 on the Kupol label. It's quite worn, but I still love it. Geraldine and Din Dummer. And this was one of the first songs that I learned by heart, and I was maybe, well, 7, 8 years old back then. So this is a record that I will never get rid of this, even if I may find a better copy of it. But you know, some records that has followed you so far, they will have to keep following you as long as possible. Right, time to get more international. First, we have one of my favorite singers, Candy Staton, and this is the single "Suspicious Mind, Count on Me." I have to admit, this is the first Candy Staton record I bought, and I found it, and I have to say, well, I bought it because it contains such a sexy woman on the cover. But then the version of "Suspicious Mind," I'm sorry, Elvis lovers, I know I love Elvis version too, but for some reason I think I really prefer this version. I think it's from 1982. Sorry. And this is a version of a Swedish pressing of a Swedish Sounds of Scandinavia label that was quite popular in the early 80s. Let's see if I can get it back in the sleeve. And the LP, I can't remember the name of the LP now, but the LP that was released was also released on the SOS Sound of Scandinavia label in Sweden. Right, over to Holland. Well, I know some of you collector friends who are very familiar with this group, Shocking Blue, Send Me a Postcard, Harley Davidson, and this is on a label IMA. I've never seen this label in any other context, and I think it is a Swedish pressing. So, but I don't know any other issues on the IMA label. But a very good single, very good. I think Send Me a Postcard is just as good as the more famous Venus. And now over to very worn single. I wouldn't have a single that is this worn, especially the cover that looks quite horrible. But I like this song. I heard it on the radio when I was a kid, and I liked it since then. I Told Every Little Star, Linda Scott. Dum da dum da 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 da. And it's on blue vinyl on the label Sonnet. And you see its sleeve is in hopeless condition, but the record plays quite fine. Right. Oh yeah, I showed you Scheherazade with Renaissance. And the first record I heard with Renaissance was this single, Back Home Once Again, which is still one of my favorite songs with them, from the TV series The Paper Lads. That has never been shown in Sweden, so I'm not familiar with it. But I've seen the opening, it's called credits, on YouTube. So I think it was a children's show. I think so. Okay, let's stay in Holland. Pussycat, another group that I like. I especially like this song, If You Ever Come to Amsterdam. I don't know why, but and this is a promotion copy, and it says so. And we have the EMI Holland label here, and we have If You Ever Come to Amsterdam on both sides, and one of the versions are a bit longer. They are 345 and 450 from 1977. Right. Over to a London single that it's from 1962. It's Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers, Monster Mash, in a Polydor sleeve, which isn't correct, but anyway, I like this. And over to something a bit newer. French singer Vanessa Paradis made lots of great singles in the late 80s, early 90s. This is one of my favorites, Sunday Mondays on Polydor. It has this white Polydor's label. More music from my childhood and youth. We have the Italian singer Gianna Nannini with I Maschi, which was a great hit in the late 80s, 1987. This is on Polydor as well. And I'm very fond of that song. Gives me goosebumps. Right, over to a bit of a rare beast here, The Misunderstood. You're Tough Enough and Little Red Rooster on Fontana. This is a bit of a rare beast and very good, very good. Okay, back to my childhood and youth. Well, the lovely duet Freddie Mercury and Montserrat Caballé, Barcelona, on Polydor. Lots of Polydor singles for some reason. Oh yeah, this is one of the first singles I got. I actually got this as a gift when I was maybe 10 years old. Probably because the owner was clearing out some singles, and I got this as a gift. And it's a relevant single, even though it was mostly known as a novelty back then. But it's Hot Butter, Popcorn. The original version is a French pressing on Barclay, and this is quite worn, the sleeve, but the record is fine. And one of the first synthesizer pop songs. Oh yeah, this brings me back to my youth again. Sophie B. Hawkins, Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover. On Columbia from 1992. I guess that has the red label. Yeah, it does. This is a great single too. The Guess Who, American Woman. No Sugar Tonight. On RCA Victor, the orange label. And this is another great single. Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky, on Reprise or Reprise. Oh, this is a single that I bought when it was all new in the store. I had a bit enough of all the synthesizer style music in the 80s, and I felt that this was like a breath of fresh air when it was issued. Fairground Attraction, Perfect, on RCA, black label. Well, back to the synthesizer a couple of years later, but great song, great singer, great arrangement. Erasure, Love to Hate You. Yeah. Warning, do not exceed the stated dose. It says that on the back there, and that's true. Of the Mute Records label. Okay, here we have an old single on just a plain white sleeve. It's Dwayne Eddy and the Revelettes, Dance with the Guitar Man on RCA. Stretching Out on the flip side. Great recording. Yeah, next one. The Doobie Brothers. Well, my two favorite songs with them, well, maybe the two biggest hits on one single, which is a bit odd. Long Train Running and Listen to the Music. So this is some sort of, it has the Burbank Warner Brothers label here with the palm trees. Interesting coupling, and I like it very much. Yeah, I'm going to show you that later. Johnny Cash is an old favorite, and I was lucky to find this EP. It's a British EP with recordings from the Folsom Prison album and the San Quentin album. Folsom Prison Blues, A Boy Named Sue Jackson with June Carter, and San Quentin on CBS. I haven't seen that many EPs with Johnny Cash, so I was surprised when I found it. And this is earliest pop memories from the childhood, and one of the first rock videos I saw. Buggles video killed the radio star. It's on Iceland, I think. Ireland, yeah. This rather worn single on the Signpost label I found without the sleeve or anything, maybe 15 years ago, or even more. I think even more. Must have been, well, 17, 18 years ago. Skip Batten, Central Park, and the St. Louis Browns. And I've been looking for the full album where these two songs were taken from. And it took me ages to find it. I with a friend of I was member, or is still a member, of a Swedish record community called Record Nerds, and one of the other members there actually knew that I was looking for his album, Skip Batten's soul album. He found it in the store and told the store owner to hold it for me, and I was able to go to the same store a couple of days later and fetch it, and that was very nice. Well, I like this. Okay, this I also bought when it was new, and I don't think I know how much I appreciated it back then, but nowadays when I listen to it, I hear how good it was. Even I hear that it was even better. Do They Know It's Christmas by Band Aid on Mercury from 1984. This costed 15 Swedish kronor in the store when I bought it in 1984. I remember that. Okay, let's end with my two favorite James Bond songs. First of all, we have this nice EP with Shirley Bassey, Goldfinger, together with Now I Who Have Nothing and What Now My Love on Columbia. Very nice. And Adele, Skyfall. I mean, I wasn't too impressed by the movie. It was okay, but the lead motif, so to speak, liked very much. That has been the case with many James Bond movies in my book. I mean, I often like the music more than the actual movie. Right, the last single I'm going to show you. It's not a favorite, nor is it rare, but it's a bit funny because it's the Son of My Father by the group Chicory Tip on CBS. And the reason why I bought this, because many years ago I read the great magazine Record Collector. This is a Swedish pressing, and they had a picture of this actual Swedish pressing in that magazine for a joke, because, well, I'll let you read this. Chicory Tip, Son of My Father, England shit. Well, of course it doesn't say England shit, it says England's hit, a hit song from England, but that becomes, of course, England shit. And I remember the text under the image, this picture in the paper said, well, the Swedish people are very, the Swedish CBS didn't have that high thoughts about Chicory Tip. They thought it was England shit. And, well, with some England shit, I thought I'll leave you this. I'll leave you now, and Marv, good idea for a thread, and thank you for letting me join. Bye bye.